we would have. But it wasn't until after the revolution triumphed that we had the opportunity to collectively and within the women's organization to really come into contact with feminism, with the organizations that came to Nicaragua. And it wasn't until then that we started to think about our rights, about our historically unequal conditions, and about the need to fight for women's rights. Even though for many compañeras, there were some of us who put our own rights beneath the general rights of people and the general interests of the revolution. Because during the revolution, many of our struggles were postponed because we would say the revolution comes first. For example, when we started to debate the theme of abortion, about a woman's right to decide about her body, the topic of violence against women, many of those topics were postponed. Even in the party's activism, military activism, they did not demand early on that women's rights were also part of our private lives. So there were occasions where we knew that compañeros, military activist compañeros, were beating their partners, their female partners. So some of us said, well, we have to establish within our statutes that no revolutionary, no Sandinista military activist is allowed to hit his woman, or that they should have personal practices that were governed by respecting our rights. But it was a battle that was developed very timidly. And those of us who had leadership responsibilities didn't give enough support to the battles that were started by some of our compañeras, and which sometimes resulted in them facing sanctions or discrimination. We must say it with all honesty. I think that the electoral defeat of the Sandinista Front opened a larger space for radicalism within our feminist positions.